Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wichita West High School. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies boys soccer.
Hey man, you going out for football?
Band class still needs you, man.
Kansas students have choices to do or not to do. The Kansas State High School Activities Association urges everyone to participate because when activities stop, nobody wins.
This property and it's sold right. Shall we book it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I love it.
What does it mean when people say America is a land of opportunity?
It means the power to discover,
To redefine yourself.
To improve yourself.
to challenge yourself.
To realize there's more in you
Than you ever knew.
that you could do.
It means giving people an open field to explore what they do best.
With the best tools,
The best training.
The best technology in the world.
We bring out the best in the people who serve.
So you can be all you can be.
West.
Go, go, go!
Wichita Northwest Grizzlies soccer is on the air. Welcome to everyone in Grizzly Nation to another webcast of your Wichita Northwest Grizzlies as they take on the best teams in Kansas and pursue a 6A state title. Follow your Grizzlies all season long on youtube.com/NWHSGrizz. Today's webcast is brought to you through the support of the many sponsors of this year's Eric Profit Scholarship Golf Tournament, including the following: Mel Hambledon Ford on the big corner of 119th West in Kellogg. We're better. We're proving it. You be the judge. Thank you, Lisa Hamilton. And by Aerotech Engineering, 5555 North 119th Street West in Mays, serving customers that rank among the world's largest manufacturers of civilian and military aircraft. Thank you, Tom Simon and everyone at Aerotech Engineering. By Tom Lassiter and Fleeson, Guin, Colson, and Kitch, attorneys in the Epic Center at 301 North Main. We believe our clients' best interests and needs are our own. By Intrust Bank of Wichita, 105 North Main with branches throughout Sedgwick County. Intrust is built on value. We change to meet the times, but we will never change our principles. by Dan Garreau and the law firm of Dugan & Garreau, experts in personal injury, business law, workers' compensation, wills, and trusts. Now at their new location at 3636 North Ridge Road, Suite 100. By McCurdy Real Estate and Auction on East 13th Street, just east of K96, serving Kansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma for over 40 years. Real estate, but better. By the Joe and Judy Coughlin and the Chris and Jan Schumacher families, strong supporters of Grizzlies soccer through the Eric Profit Memorial Soccer Fund. By Emerson Biggins, 808 East Douglas at the east edge of Old Town. Come visit Emerson Biggins and enjoy the great food, cold brews, and hospitality of Luis Lopez and his staff today. By Hurricane Sports Bar at the corner of 13th and Tyler. Luis Lopez has brought his hospitality west to make it convenient to Grizzly Nation. By Credit Union of America, where members are the owners. With branches all over the Wichita metro area, Credit Union of America stands ready to serve you. By Todd Eflin Narrates. Hey, that's me. Voiceovers for audiobooks, product or promotional videos, telephone systems, and business commercials. By the Robert L. Gould Foundation, a philanthropic trust assisting the educational needs of young people at Northwest for over 10 years. By the Eric Profit Memorial Soccer Fund, providing scholarship assistance to Northwest soccer seniors each year through the support of the Eric Profit Scholarship Golf Tournament. And by the many other sponsors who make this webcast possible. And now, to the field and to the voice of the Grizzlies, Kevin Arkin.
Thank you, Todd Eflin. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Wichita West High School. We are on their multi-purpose field used for junior varsity and freshman football, as well as for their soccer program. Glad to have you on board wherever you are on planet Earth. The varsity contest is going to kick off first today because this is a stadium without lights. And with no lights here at West High, they play the varsity games first to be sure to get them in before darkness sets in. So we are awaiting the opening kickoff, which will occur here in about 5 minutes. And to that end, let's go ahead and thank a couple of people, most notably the young man to my right, Adrian Folds, is your executive producer today. And between the two of us, we're going to give you the sights and sounds of this one. This is a very important game. And you might say it's just West, and that's really a bad attitude to take at any time. But this is a must-win for the Grizzlies. They have only won one game on the field out of 6, and they need to get a win on the field, and hopefully they will start today to do just that very thing. Let's give you the starting lineups. I'm going to go ahead and give you Wichita West, the home team, first. West will play in their black and maroon uniforms with black shorts and white numerals. And starting in goal for West High, number 0, a junior, Marcos Perez. At midfield, number 3, Eddie Marin. Also at midfield, number 4, a freshman, Chai Contreras, wearing number 4, as I mentioned. He's at midfield. On defense, a sophomore, number 6, David Del Rio. At midfield, a junior, number 7, Jesus Pacheco. At midfield, number 8, a freshman, Adrian Rosales. At midfield, a freshman, number 9, Christian Reyes. At midfield, a freshman, number 12, Kevin Pacheco. On defense, a freshman, number 15, Angel Hernandez. On defense, a sophomore, number 16, Alexis Flores. And that's the starting lineup for West High. Their head coach is Spencer Arndt. He's assisted by Jason Brown. And you notice the heavy freshman flavor on this West team. I'm going to quickly count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 freshmen are starting in the starting 11 here today. So this is a very young West High team. They will take on a team that is eager to get back on the winning track. Northwest comes in 2-4 on the season with only one win on the field, and that was in the first game of the Titan Classic against Emporia that they won 1-0. Scoring goals has been a problem for this team. They've only scored 4 goals in 6 games. So scoring is at a premium for the Grizzlies. Let's give you the lineup. In goal, the junior. Before I do that, let me give you the scratches for today. A.J. Joint is out. Lauren Vestring is out today. Pierce Schneider is out. John Lee is out. And, of course, we've lost our original starting goalkeeper, Evan Locke, to a broken leg, so he is out as well. 5 players out. 3 of those arguably are going to be out for the year, and that is Evan Locke and Pierce Schneider and A.J. Joint. The Pierce Schneider is, we're told, is out for another 3 to 4 weeks. By then the season is practically going to be over, so we might as well just put him on injured reserve as well as the other 2, those being A.J. Joint and Evan Locke. They're both done for the year. Okay, who's the starting lineup today? In goal, a junior, number 1, Johnny Hune. On defense, senior, number 2, Basil Shakhtour. Defense, number 3, a freshman, Brandon Ramirez. At midfield, number 5, Elijah Benning, a junior. At midfield, a senior, number 6, Calvin Bell. Forward, a senior, number 7, Christian Urbano. Forward, a sophomore, number 9, Jesus Ortiz. At midfield, a junior, number 11, Carlos Gonzalez Huerta. On defense, a sophomore, number 15, Isaac Featherston. At forward, a sophomore, number 18, Jairo Mandujano Lopez. And finally, on defense, a sophomore, number 20, Miles Bemis. Grizzlies are coached by Austin Clifton. He's assisted by Art Shook and Corey Roberts. Grizzlies and their road whites will play from right to left here in the first half. And it looks like West High will kick off to begin things here this afternoon. Sit back and relax, enjoy the game. The first of 2 today, here live from West High School. And we're awaiting the starting whistle. I would love to tell you who the officials are, but I was not told, and I don't know any of these 3 guys. So I am not going to be able to help much in that area. We're underway here at West High. Grizzlies have it. They send it forward. Carlos with it at the 45. We'll use these football markings to our advantage here, folks. On the far side of the field. That's Jairo with it. He loses it, but coming up to get it is Jesus Ortiz. He blows through everybody on the right side. Now he's looking to center. Does so. There's a header and a score. Christian Urbano scores on a feed from Jesus Ortiz, and the Grizzlies draw first blood very quickly. Only 34 seconds into the game. And it's 1-0 Northwest. Kickoff underway. There's another shot that's going to go wide. And that will be the first goal kick of the game, and that'll also be our first timeout. Stay with us. We'll be back. This is Grizzly Soccer.
We wish to thank Scott Mueller and Basis Consulting Engineers, LLC, 800 East 1st, Suite 401. Proud supporters of the Grizzly Soccer program.
Back underway. Goal kick taken, intercepted by Northwest. Carlos sends it forward to Benning. Benning back to Carlos. Carlos wide. Jesus with it. Driving in, centering one. There's another header. Same play, same result, same people. It's 2-0. And that took less than a minute from the first time. So the connection from Ortiz to Christian Urbano nets 2 goals early on here at West High. Grizzlies lead by a pair. West High to kick it off. And we're back underway. And there's Carlos sending it forward again. This is, for a moment, was looking like what we just saw twice. Carlos started both of those plays by sending a pass to Ortiz. Ortiz now gives it up in the middle of the field. That's Calvin Bell dishing it off over here toward Urbano. This one comes back. Brandon Ramirez has it at the 30-yard line. Falls down. Here's a break for West High. 3-on-2. On the far side, it's Martinez. And Miles Bemis clears it back out towards center. Goalkeeper Marcos Perez sends it out to center. Brandon Ramirez loses it. Here's a chance for West and a score. And we'll have to get the scorer's name here from our executive producer because I missed the number. You get his number?
I'm struggling to see the ball, so.
Yeah, so was I, and I don't blame you. See if we can get some help. Can you tell me who scored? Who scored? What's the number? Thank you. Christian Reyes gets the goal for West High to make it 2-1. We're going to give that one to him unassisted, even though I know that's not right. That one's out of play on the near side. It'll be a corner kick for Northwest. Or are they going to call a throw? That's a throw-in, excuse me. Our vantage point here at West is a little bit different from where we are at most places. We're at ground level. We are literally on the 50-yard line of the football field, just outside the track area. If my head's in the way, just wave or something and I'll get out of the way, okay? So we don't have the best angle for everything, although I don't think these pictures are bad at all, except for the fact that this cable is in the picture. There. I don't want it to mess up the picture. On the far side, Bemis with it. He sends one forward for Carlos. Benning has it, stops it, starts it, gives it to Carlos. Carlos, a long shot and a save by Perez. And it will be a goalkeeper distribution now for West High. Out it comes towards center. Wind today, very, very minimal. That one's going to come right to us. In fact, Aiden Folds had the best beat on it. Give him credit for the save. Benning intercepts and sends it to Carlos at midfield. Carlos sends it wide. Over there to get it is Bemis. Bemis sends it forward. Jairo giving chase over there, turns on the Jets, has the ball, centers it, and a shot by Urbano and a save by Perez will keep it at 2-1. Well, we were talking about goals being at a premium, and there have been 3 goals scored in the first 3 minutes of this game. Good play that time by Basil Shakhtar to clear it out of danger. At midfield, West High has it. Spencer Arndt has done a lot of good things with this West High program, which has, as many of you know, has been in the doldrums for a number of years here in the Wichita area. The athletic programs have really suffered here at, well, we got Troy Fowler, by the way, as our assistant referee right in front of us. I just recognized him. I don't know who's in the center referee is at all. I've never met him. Here's one intercepted by Calvin Bell. Bell passes it off to Carlos. Carlos can't find a white shirt. And Bemis intercepts the pass, sends it up to Jairo on the far side. Jairo, give and go back to Bemis. Bemis up the far side and a tackle. But Bemis keeps it. Now he's going to center one. Too far for Urbano to get. Now it comes back, Featherston with it. He will center one. And Eli takes it away, and it's poked right back by West High. And down goes Brandon Ramirez. Play continues, and Shakhtar will let it go to Johnny, and Johnny Hume will have a goalkeeper distribution. Northwest drew real well today. We've got a nice crowd on hand from Northwest supporting the Grizzlies. We're on the same side as the crowd today. And West High has a nice gathering of fans as well. Headed forward by Benning. Now West High takes control of it. And they're sending this one back to the keeper, and he had to hustle to get to it. Over on the far side, here come the Pioneers. Jairo trying to get it for Northwest. And it goes back to Perez. Perez can't pick it up, so he'll distribute it via the foot. And now the Pioneers trying to get behind the defense again of Northwest. They've done it twice. They've scored once. Centering pass. Brandon Ramirez clears it out of danger. West still controls it. And Benning steals it, turns around, brings it up the field. He's at the 40, sends a long pass for Jairo, and Jairo gets to it. He's either going to shoot it or pass it, and he shoots it and scores. Jairo scores on a long feed from Eli Benning, and it's 3-1. And that's Jairo's first goal as a Grizzly. 8:48. Okay, 3-1. Grizzlies lead. They have their 2-goal lead back again. And West High will kick it off here. We're averaging a goal every other minute here so far in the game. 4 goals scored, right at 9 minutes played. So a little more than 2 minutes between averaging between goals. Jesus can't control it. It goes out of play, and he'll quickly throw it in. Calvin Bell gives it back to him. Jesus on the near side. Back to Bell. Now to Featherston. Isaac sends it back. And I'll tell you what, make a liar out of me, yes, but it's good to see that John Lee is in the game for Northwest. Benning. Shooting, and it's blocked. Jesus, left footer. And a good save by Perez, and it will stay 3-1. John Lee, wearing number 24 today, is back at center back for Northwest. Good to see him back out there. He sat out the Saturday contest in the Titan Classic. A decision that the Grizzlies dropped to East High by a score of 4-0. Grizzlies ended up finishing 6th in that tournament. 4th, excuse me. They finished 4th in the tournament just because of the way the brackets worked. Carlos with it. Sends it wide. And now back out to center. That was intended for Jesus, but he couldn't get to it. Here's a long one on the far side. And it's going to be intercepted there by Miles Bemis. Bemis to Shock Tour. Back it comes to center where Calvin Bell takes charge. Calvin having a great year so far. Been very, very dominant in his control of play at center. Bemis gives it to Benning. Benning to Carlos. Carlos up to too far for Christian Urbano. This is going to go over, and it will be a goal kick for West High. And we're still waiting. Finally, Perez takes it. And it's intercepted by Carlos. Bell sends it forward. Back to Bell it comes. Calvin to Huerta on the far side. And finally, West comes away with the ball and starts working it downfield. 28 minutes to go, first half. 3-1, Grizzlies lead. John Lee at midfield. Sends it to Featherston, rolls off his foot. Throw in coming here for West High, and throw in is quickly handled. Lee intercepts it, sends it to Urbano. Calvin Bell with it. Featherston sends it. Deflects out of play. Yes, out of play. It'll belong to Northwest. And now we're going to have some subs. This is going to be hard for yours truly because the subs are on the far side.
14 and 12.
Thank you. Coming in for Northwest, Brett Anderson, number 12, and Fernando Durath, number 14. And I saw where Carlos went out. And it looks like Miles Bemis also takes a seat for Northwest. Now, Featherston will throw it in. Urbano centers one for Shock Tour. Shock Tour back to Lee. Lee, oh, nice big long. Lee has a gun for a foot. And that's going to be so long, it's going to go all the way to the corner. Grizzlies still with it, centering one. Calvin Bell couldn't control it. Still has it, though. Now he brings it forward. He sends in a blast, deflected by the defense. Durath leaves it for Isaac Featherston. Who's got it? Calvin had a foot on it for a moment, but West High is coming away with it. Now Featherston intercepts that one, sends it forward. Urbano is wide open. He leaves it for Benning. Benning back up to Urbano, but it's intercepted. Good idea on that give and go. Urbano would have had a great shot had he gotten to the ball. Anderson. Shock tour. Jairo Lopez with it, goes down. And did they call a foul? Yes, they did. It'll be a free kick for Northwest. Looks like it'll be at about the 20. And let's call that the 15, shall we? Who's going to take this one? Don't be surprised, and I'm not now, because Bell is now the only one standing over the ball. This is really dangerous and a great spot for him to be in. It's indirect, though. So he passes it in. There's a shot off. And I guess that did go in. Shot and a score. Bell will get the assist. Not sure who's going to get the goal. Well, now they're saying now they're not calling it a goal. I guess maybe they're saying now it hit the side of the net. So we'll keep playing. 24 to go, first half. 3-1. I've got a beat on this one. You see those foot skills even with the fence there? I sent that into the next county. Huh? I ought to be. No question about it. Hey, I'm 70 years old. He's still got it. Somebody want to call a medic? Isaac Featherston will throw it in. Benning gets it for Northwest. Back to Isaac. It goes out of play, and now it'll be a throw in for West. West gets the throw in. John Lee is there. Lee sends it back to Johnny. And Johnny, he gave it away almost. And he was able to get it wide, and that's a break for Northwest as Saul Martinez was all over it for the Pioneers. Jesus wins it over there, sends a long one forward. Andrew Smith is in the game, number 21. He snuck in when we weren't looking. And he is playing on the far side. That one is thrown into Urbano. DeRath with a chance. Now he sends it wide to Featherston. Isaac looking to do something, puts it in the penalty area. It's rejected by the defense. John Lee will win it for Northwest. And Calvin Bell comes away with it. Benning. Ortiz. Featherston to Urbano. Urbano has three in front of him, gets a shot off and a save by Marcos Perez, and a pretty good play by Perez to keep the score right where it is. He'll have a goalkeeper distribution. Haven't had a chance to do it. We'll do it now. We want to welcome everybody on board wherever you are on planet Earth. If you're a parent, a student, an alum of Northwest, glad to have you. A friend of Northwest, we're glad to have you. And if you're watching from the Pioneer community, we're glad to have you folks on board as well and hope you enjoy the broadcast today of City League Soccer. Here's Durath with it at the 40. Spin move, splits two, gives it up. Ortiz will bring it forward. He gives it away. Give and go back to Ortiz. Now he needs to center it. Couldn't do so, and it's cleared out by the Pioneers. Pretty good play that time defensively by West High. Featherston at the 25, the 20. 15 sends it forward. Nice idea. Nobody home. Shock tour. Can't win it. Here's a chance. 2-on-1 for West High. Lee intercepts one of the crossing passes, but coming over here to get it is Shock tour, and he turned on the Jets. Bassel, I didn't think you could run that fast. Good play, young man. 20 minutes remaining, first half, 3-1 Northwest. Here's a chance. Oh, Durath couldn't get to it. Now coming up is Shock tour. He'll send it over here to Featherston. Featherston gets it to Benning. Benning back to Calvin Bell, and Bell puts one up toward Newton. It'll be a goal kick for West High. Let's take a 10-second timeout. We'll be back. You are watching, folks, Grizzly Soccer.
Portions of this game are brought to you by the family of Jeff Beard. We thank you for your continued support of Grizzly Soccer.
And we're back. Still awaiting the goal kick here. West High with it, sends it long down the field. And good defensive play by Shock tour to knock it out of bounds. Should be a throw in there for, it'll either be a throw in or a corner kick. I didn't see which side of the flag it went out on. Our clock is way off, folks. I'm going to fix it. We will let it catch up here. Corner kick coming from the near side for the Pioneers. They're still giving chase over there. In the air now. Goes through everybody, and closest person to it was Jesus. He couldn't get a head on it. West High still with it, and still with some numbers. There's a shot, and it goes wide and over the goal line, and another break for Northwest. Let's take 10. We'll be back. This is Grizzly Soccer.
This portion of Soccer on the Internet is being brought to you by the Bob Profit family. We thank them for their continued support of Grizzly Soccer.
Awaiting the goal kick. It's going to be taken by Bassel. Out it comes. Ortiz has it right in front of us. 50, 40. Keep it in. He keeps it in. He's got something cooking down the sideline. Now he's looking to center. Sends it back instead to Ramirez, and Ramirez has it poked away from him. It will stay with Northwest for a throw-in deep in Pioneer territory. Ramirez gets it into David Avila. Avila fighting for it, blocks a pass, a clearing pass, sends it out toward Ramirez, goes out of play. It'll stay with Northwest, and they're getting a couple of breaks here in the middle stages of the first half. That one gets knocked out, and it will belong to the Pioneers. They come down 2-on-3. There's a shot. It's going to go wide. And is that a goal kick or a corner? Did he touch it? And the referees are signaling nothing. It's going to be a goal kick. Poor signaling job that time. Come on, you guys, you got to communicate with us. Avila sends it wide. Now we have a whistle. And it either went out of play or there was a foul, one or the other. Grizzlies lead 3-1. In the middle of the field, it comes over here. Brandon Ramirez will come up. Brandon still with it. And he can't get by two players, but it'll be a throw in for Northwest. And Brandon throws it into DeRath. DeRath centers one to Calvin Bell. Bell back to John Lee. Lee across the way to Shakhtar. And Shakhtar all the way over. Anderson sends it forward. Out of play, Northwest. Andrew Smith with it. 1-on-2. Avila heads it forward, nothing doing. Cleared out to center by West High. DeRath heads one, and it goes wide. It'll be a goal kick for the Pioneers. Back in 10, this is Grizzly Soccer.
Candice Bribieska and her family are proud to support Grizzly Soccer on YouTube. Go Grizzlies!
Oh, good for you. Back underway. West High bringing it down. That one's headed right for Aiden again. And he made another great play on the ball. Not one ball has gotten past that fence. I want you to know that. Maybe this is the reason we set up on this side of the fence. So we don't get peppered with shots, which seems to be happening. Pioneers have it at the moment. They're going in the wrong direction, trying to regroup. Now they send one on the far side. That one's out of bounds to Northwest. Grizzlies will have a throw in. Corey Roberts doing the limbo here underneath our camera view. Calvin Bell working hard. Still has it. Over here on the near side to Urbano. He's all alone at the 40. DeRath now back to Lee. Lee to Jesus. Jesus wide. Grizzlies with some numbers as they bring the ball down. Here's a chance for Ortiz, and he couldn't make anything happen. And this will be a corner kick for Northwest on the far side of the field. And again, There is no wind, people. Both teams subbing in players. Grizzlies have somebody standing over there. My view is blocked by John Lee. I don't know. Can't tell who that is. That would be Max Nuno, who's in for the first time today. Sophomore. Junior, I'm sorry. Foul called on Northwest. It'll belong to the Pioneers as we approach 10 minutes remaining in the first half, and the Grizzlies with a 3-1 lead. On the near side, Avila makes a nice play. Oh, he tried to get it to Andrew Smith and overlet him. Picked off there by West High, and West bringing the ball down. Looks like that went out of play. It's over on the track. Quick throw in comes in for the Pioneers, and now it's taken away by Northwest. Avila at the 50 sends one forward for Smith. Smith is 1-on-3. That isn't going to get it done. And Smith still can't get it back. He's prevented a couple passes, but couldn't get it back for himself. At center, Fernando Durath fighting for it. Nuno has it. Nuno to Calvin Bell. Over here on the near side to Ramirez. Brandon. Back to Bell. Bell's at the 40, the 35, 30, 25. At the 20, he sends it wide to Dominic Johnson. How are these guys getting in the game without our seeing them? I don't know either. This will be a throw in for West. Grizzlies have 4 guys waiting to sub. Carlos is one of them. Carlos, Jairo, Benning, and Urbano are all waiting to come back in. So that'll be the next group that subs in for Northwest. Next time we have an opportunity. There's one. Brandon Ramirez went down. They finally, boy, that was a late call, but they did call a foul. And it will be a throw-in, or rather a free kick for Northwest. 7:20 to go, first half, 3-1, Northwest. There's a shot and a block by the defense. Pretty good shot by Brandon Ramirez that time. Now a foul called, and it will belong to the Pioneers. If you're just joining us, thinking you're watching the JV game, not today. JV game will be played second today. We're at West High. West has no lights, so Varsity gets the opportunity to play in the most sunlight first. That one goes out of play. That'll be a corner kick for Northwest. On the near corner. Again, no wind here. Am I in the picture? Good. Grizzlies sub in those 4 players I mentioned earlier. And one of them needs to head to the corner and take a free kick. And it will probably be Urbano. And as soon as I say that, Calvin Bell makes a liar out of me. It will be Calvin. Galvin in the air, all the way across. That was just too far to be worked with. And Smith sends it over for a West High goal kick. And now we'll take that break. Back in 10 seconds. This is Grizzly Soccer.
Soccer on the Northwest YouTube channel is brought to you by Capital Portfolio Management of Overland Park, Kansas, with over 60 collective years of experience in the financial services industry.
Back underway. Carlos with it. Gives it to Nuno. Now John Lee will give chase on the near side and bring it up. He passes it in the middle, back to Bell. And Carlos, a long blast, goes over everything for a goal kick. Let's take 10. This is Grizzly Soccer.
Grizzly Soccer on YouTube is brought to you by Central Wine and Spirits, 10,030 West Central. All your wine and liquor needs with friendly, old-school customer service.
Back underway after the goal kick. Carlos with it again. This time he feeds it wide. Nuno over there with it. And he centers one, and it's headed away by West. Calvin Bell with a big blast, and it goes wide to the left. It'll be a goal kick for West. We'll keep it right here with 3:45 to go in the first. Grizzlies up by a pair. That one headed away by West. It'll be a throw in for Northwest. And throw in comes to Hyro. Hyro's centering one. Ramirez with it for the Grizzlies. He'll send it back to John Lee at midfield. Lee will send it all the way across to Nuno. And bringing it up is Carlos. Spin move. Nice move by Benning. And there's a shot by Carlos and a score. Carlos gets the goal, Benning the assist, and it's 4-1. .242 remaining in the first half. Grizzlies now up by 3. Their biggest lead of the game. West High has a player who's injured, and that's the reason for the delay. He's over on the far side. Getting some attention. PA announcer generating some enthusiasm for the West High fans. Love to tell you about our halftime extravaganza, but we don't have one. Well, Miss Smith isn't here. I was hoping to get Stephanie Smith, the new principal here at West and former assistant principal at Northwest. I was hoping to get her, hoping she would come out and join us. And halftime, I don't think that's going to happen. Grizzlies have it at center. Andrew Smith can't get anything going. Nuno has it on the far side. Nuno sends it forward and then back wide again to Carlos. in the middle. And again, Urbano has a shot blocked by the defense, and they're kind of collapsing on Christian after he scored 2 header goals very early in the contest. Ramirez gives it to Bell. Bell to Carlos, and Carlos wide to Nuno. West High intercepts and comes back with it. Throw in now for the Pioneers. Gosh, what a beautiful day it is here in Dudau. We'll give you the temperature here in a bit, so we'll have to look it up again. Out to center it comes. Grizzlies send it right back. Here's Benning at the 25-20. Poked off of his foot. Carlos couldn't control it. Now Bell gives it back to Urbano. And we have a loose ball in front. There's a chance for Smith. And score! Andrew Smith puts it in. And the freshman gets his first goal of the season. We'll give that one to Andrew Smith. I don't know who fed it to him. Comes with 1 minute remaining. And the Grizzlies lead now 5-1. Back underway. Less than a minute to go in the first half. Grizzlies up by 4. Now we have a holding call, and it'll be a free kick for Northwest. Ramirez sends it forward, and it's cleared out by West. Ramirez gets it back and sends it to Jairo on this side. Jairo looking to center it, gets it to Benning, and it's cleared off his foot. And that shall probably do it. 4-3-2-1. And we are at halftime here at West High. Pretty good first half for the Grizzlies. We'll talk about it in 3 minutes. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. 5-1, Grizzlies lead at half. This is Grizzly Soccer.
Friendly is finding a better rate, an instant debit card, scholarships and teacher grants for projects, loans specifically for teachers and healthcare professionals, being the #1 auto lender for a reason. More than $400,000 in community partnerships. Credit Union of America. Welcome to Friendly. Learn more at cuofamerica.com.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Shall we book it?
Yes.
Yes. I love it.
Hi friends, Phil Nightingale, General Manager at Mel Hamilton Ford. Have you been thinking about a new SUV? Right now is a great time to buy a new Ford at the big corner of 119th and West Kellogg. EcoSport, Escape, Edge, Explorer, Expedition. Mel Hamilton Ford is sure to have the right vehicle to fit your size. And you know you can count on us with this great selection to find the right SUV at the best price to fit your budget. Check us out online or in person. Let us make your purchase easy with pickup and delivery right from your home or work. Mel Hamilton Ford, experience the difference.
What does it mean when people say America is a land of opportunity?
It means the power to discover,
to redefine yourself,
To improve yourself.
to challenge yourself,
To realize there's more in you
Than you ever knew.
that you could do.
Means giving people an open field to explore what they do best.
with the best tools.
The best training.
the best technology in the world.
We bring out the best in the people who serve.
So you can be all you can be.
Grizzly Soccer Online is supported by Todd Eflin Narrates. I'm the voice you hear on our sponsor announcements. My wife is an alum of Northwest, and this is my 6th season as your announcer. I was a longtime radio personality in Wichita and now do full-time voice acting. You can use my voice for your business, like product or training videos, telephone systems, radio or TV spots, and audiobooks. Learn more online at toddeflin.com. That's TODDEFLIN.com.
No promises for quality. This glare is really bad.
Say what?
No promises for quality. I can't see
The
anything.
picture looks good. But I know you're not looking good because of the sun. I don't know what to do about that. I guess you could take this towel and drape it over there and put your head under it.
I'd be like,
But I'm not sure you're going to gain much by doing that. I'm not sure. Welcome back to West High. We are at halftime. Grizzlies lead 5-1. Let's give you the goal scoring summary. We can actually have a summary because we have something to summarize for the first time and basically all year. Grizzlies started it off. Christian Urbano scored on a header and a beautiful feed from Jesus Ortiz 34 seconds into the game. Then 1 minute later, the two combined on the exact same play, and they had a header in there for a second goal that made it 2-0. Then with 9 minutes, I forgot which way I did this. One moment, please. 3-0 at 8:48 on a goal scored by Jairo Lopez, and that was assisted by Benning. And then the next goal was by West, their only goal of the half, and that was scored by Christian Reyes, unassisted. At the 37:42 mark, a goal popped in on the assist by Benning, a goal scored by Carlos Gonzalez Huerta. And then rounding out the scoring, Andrew Smith scored at the 39-minute mark of the first half, and that's where we are now. 5-1 Northwest and West. Don't have a halftime get for you tonight. So we owe you some sponsor stuff from last game that we didn't get to. We're going to get to some of it. Stay with us. We'll be back in 2 minutes with the second half. This is Grizzly Soccer.
Intrust Bank is a major sponsor of the Northwest Soccer program through the Eric Profit Scholarship Tournament. At Intrust Bank, we place our values at the center of everything we do. It's a philosophy we have followed for more than 140 years. This principled approach to business is encapsulated into 3 words: tradition for today. This principle makes us different from the rest. Check out Intrust Bank today at intrustbank.com.
Campaigning this property and it's sold right.
Shall we book it? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I love it.
Hi friends, Bill Nightingale, General Manager of Mel Hamilton Ford. Are you looking for a used car, truck, or SUV? With the largest selection in the state, you're sure to find the vehicle you're searching for at Mel Hamilton Ford. At the Big Corner, customers are number one, so every used vehicle is checked out in our shop by a certified technician before it goes out on the lot for sale. Shop Mel Hamilton Ford first, a dealer you can trust. Visit us out on West Kellogg today or shop us online at mhford.com. Mel Hamilton Ford, experience the difference.
Grizzly Soccer Online is supported by Todd Eflin Narrates. I'm the voice you hear on our sponsor announcements. My wife is an alum of Northwest, and this is my 6th season as your announcer. I was a longtime radio personality in Wichita and now do full-time voice acting. You can use my voice for your business, like product or training videos, telephone systems, radio or TV spots, and audiobooks. Learn more online at toddeflin.com. That's TODDEFLIN.com.
Welcome back to West High with our executive producer, Aiden Folds. Kevin Arkin getting set for the second half here. Grizzlies going to enjoy a 4-goal lead going into the second half, 5-1. Far and above the most goals they've scored in a game this year. In fact, they have just equaled their entire offensive production of the season to date in that first half. So goals, as I mentioned early in the game, are hard to come by. They've been hard to come by, and it's good to see a few guys getting on the scoreboard here at West High. And now we need to play some defense, maybe score another goal or two would be all right. The junior varsity game will follow immediately after the conclusion of this one. They'll probably give them 5 minutes to warm up. And then the junior varsity game will ensue, and we will bring you the JV game. And we're going to have to do it. Oh, this is going to be interesting, though, because we're going to have to do it without rosters. I didn't get a roster from either coach for JV. They only sent me the varsity roster. So hopefully the JV coach will have a roster they can share. Can I have my script there, young man? Thank you. All righty, getting set for the second half. There's the whistle, and we're underway. West kicks it off. Grizzlies playing from left to right here in the second half. Again, the Grizzlies are in their road whites with blue trunks and blue trim. And West High in their home maroon and black jerseys with black trunks and white numerals. And we thank the haberdasher of West High for designing a uniform with numbers that can actually be read. R-E-A-D, red. This one's out of play. It'll belong to Northwest. A quick throw in comes from Nuno. Carlos with it. In deep. Shot coming, maybe. And over everything. And Jairo had a point-blank shot and missed it. It will be a goal kick for West High and a break for the Pioneers here. On the far side, ball comes back in. Carlos sends one up forward. Nice pass play by Carlos Gonzalez Huerta. Max Nuno puts it in the air. Urbano on the far side with it, leaves it for Benning. Benning back into Urbano. Here's Basil Shock defensively for Northwest, gives it to Nuno. Nuno, nice play. Attaway, Max. Up the middle is Benning. 35-30, 25-20. Ball goes in deep and is rejected by the Pioneers. And boom, Brandon goes down. Gets right back up. John Lee will send this back to Johnny Hune. On the near side, here's Nuno with it. Max back to Shock Tour. And Max falls back to get the pass. Tried to split two defenders unsuccessfully. And West High sends it forward. Now the Grizzlies. Carlos, nice play to pass it out on the far side. Featherston with it for Northwest. And that one gets kicked out of play. It'll be a throw in for the Grizzlies. Perez picks off that one and will have a goalkeeper distribution for himself. 4 minutes gone. Second half, that one goes out of bounds. Grizzlies lead 5-1. Nuno. Ortiz. Here's a shot and a save by Perez. I will say they've kept Perez pretty busy back there. Carlos with it. Grizzlies still with it. Urbano sends one through the box, goes all the way across. Now Carlos takes a shot and a save by Perez. Perez will punch it. It comes out of play right in front of us. West comes away with the loose ball and starts working it down the field. Out to center. Shock Tour intercepts it. Nuno with it. Nuno couldn't control it. And now that's going to come all the way back, and Johnny Hune will pick it off. West High working it down. Believe it or not, there's a smattering of breeze all of a sudden. Just a little bit of air. Maybe 5 miles an hour. I can hear it in my headset. Loose in front. Jesus feeds it back. And a save by Perez. Pretty good defensive play that time by the Pioneers to save a goal. Carlos sends it forward. That's going to be too far, and that will roll out of play for a goal kick. Let's take our first timeout of the second half. This is Grizzly Soccer.
We thank Northwest Soccer alum Chris Kruger for his ongoing support of the Grizzly Soccer program on YouTube.
Back at West High. Can you do me a favor? Raise the lens just a little bit. You got too much track. That's better. Who's going to get this one? Hyro with it. Still with it. Centers one. Would have been nice to see Eli just bury it on a one-timer, but he didn't do it. Foul called. Centering pass, score. Benning gets the center who put it in. Benning's going to get his third assist. Well, they never announced who scored the goal, and I don't know either. We're going to call that a team goal. I was screened. I couldn't tell whose foot was on it last, and I don't want to give it to the wrong person. You got too much track again. Might want to tighten that nut. There you go. And that one goes over the goal line. That will be a goal kick for the Pioneers. And here it comes out. Benning. Featherston did a nice job to leave it for Eli. Eli brings it down, tried to split four defenders. That isn't going to work very often. Featherston sends it over to Carlos. Carlos up to Hyro. And Hyro inadvertently pops it over the goal line. That'll be another goal kick. Back in 10, this is Grizzly Soccer.
The family of John and Maybrit Kramer are long-term supporters of Grizzly Soccer. We thank them for their continued support of the program.
30 minutes to go and change in the game, and Carlos was being mauled over there by David Del Real, and they didn't call anything. Del Real was just, they were dancing over there cheek to cheek. John Lee giving chase on the far side. And a nice play by John Lee to bounce it out of bounds off of the West High player, and it will be a throw in for Northwest. Up the near side. Oh, Hyro couldn't get to that one, or the ball couldn't get to Hyro. Basil Shakhtour. Leaves one for Carlos. Carlos, nice ball. That goes all the way back to Perez. Players subbing in and out here. Northwest will bring in Miles Bemis again. And he also coming in is Fernando Durath for Northwest. Thursday night, the Southeast Golden Buffaloes come in to Bobby Berbieska Family Stadium for a doubleheader. We'll be on the air at 4:40 with the pregame show. That ought to be Northwest ball, and it is. We'll be on with at 4:40 with the pregame show, and then the JV contest will be first, followed by the varsity, and we'll be there to bring it to you. This one looks like it'll be a corner kick for Northwest. Well, then no, they're calling, I don't know what they're calling, but it's an unusual spot to put the ball. In the air, and that's going to go over a header. Oh, I was wrong. I thought it was going to go over everybody, but they got the header off, and a nice save that time by Perez. Bemis with it at midfield. Tried to send one to Durath, and it was intercepted. He got it back, sends it up the near side down to Benning. Benning, 25, 20, 15. Give and go back to Benning at the 5. There's a shot and a save by Perez. It'll be a corner kick for Northwest on the near side. Booming shot that time by Eli Benning. And the Grizzlies sub out Featherston, and who's that going out with them? They're bringing in Ramirez is coming back, and who's that coming in with them? Is that Andrew Smith coming back in? Yes, it is. And the other player going out was Urbano. And another goal real quick on the restart. And that'll be, I think that's Miles Bemis that scored that one. Let's look. No, that's Durath. Durath gets the goal. "14 minutes into the second half. And that'll make it 7-1. Wow. Across the way. Bemis on the near side with it. Heads it. Loses it. Fighting for it. And coming back to get it is Benning. He had it taken off of his foot. And that one went past Bassel. He hustles back, though. Now down there to get it is Martinez. In the corner, that goes out of play off of Benning. And it will be a And we have a clock malfunction. The game clock is not running. We'll adjust ours when they adjust theirs. Clock operator forgot to. I was hoping to get your attention. Troy Fowler and I are laughing here. I said that just loud enough when he stepped in front of me to make him aware of it. Anyway, it's running again. We'll adjust our clock in a minute. 25:30 is going to be the official time remaining here. Take a little extra bonus playing time. Grizzlies looking to sub in a couple players over there. It looks like they're too far away. I can't read the numbers. Thank you. Puerta and Anderson getting set to come back in for Northwest. Benning, Ortiz, and he puts out a big blast. That'll be a goal kick. They'll go ahead and sub in the players, and we'll take a quick timeout. Back in 10, this is Grizzly Soccer.
The family of John and Mabel Kramer are long-term supporters of Grizzly Soccer. We thank them for their continued support of the program.
Still getting the subbing done. Wow. Dominic Johnson is the one who came in and not Huerta, and it couldn't have been Carlos because he's already in the game. Here's Ortiz with it in the corner, looking to center one. And he's going to bring it in himself. Still has it himself. Now he dishes it off. DeRath gives it away. DeRath loose in front to Smith, and Smith whiffs on the shot and an easy pickoff by Perez. It'll stay 7-1. Foul called. It'll be a free kick for Northwest. On the far side. Back to John Lee. Dominic Johnson saw it go out of play, and a quick throw in by the Pioneers. Martinez couldn't get to it. DeRath does, though, and sends it on the wide side to Ramirez. That goes out of play. It'll be a throw in at midfield for West High. West High with it at the 35. We're letting our clock catch up with the game clock, or vice versa. That one goes into the clubhouse over there, the maintenance shed. And it's a throw in for the Pioneers. Loose in front. Who's going to get it? And it's cleared out by Bemis. Pretty nice play by Miles Bemis. Hyro with the ball at the 35. Sends it across for DeRath. DeRath with it. Give and go back to DeRath. He's got some space. Shock tour. Takes it over there and dishes it off. Ramirez will get a throw in. Grizzlies are going to sub. Oh, I guess they didn't let him sub in. Oh, that wasn't a sub. That was a ball boy over there, I guess. But, yeah, we're not the home team. Why didn't they let him sub? Whoever that is. Player down for Northwest. They're going to stop time here with 20:15 to go. Do you see who that is? John Lee is down. He gets up, he's still doubled over. It'll be a drop ball for Northwest as we resume play. Awaiting a substitution. And it's David Avila coming back in for Northwest over there on the far side. And we're back underway. West High takes it right away from Northwest. And here they come down the floor, 3-on-4. Pacheco, give and go. He's got it again. Now taken away by Andrew Smith. Pacheco fighting, gets it back, and then loses it to Johnson. Ball, they tried to get it up to Avila, but it was intercepted. Here comes West High back with it now. Ball's in the air, out to center. Out of play to Northwest. West High gets it back on the far side, inside 19 to go now. Grizzlies 7, West High 1. Free kick coming for the Pioneers. And Andrew Smith intercepts it and makes a nice catch with his right foot. Perez sends it over the sideline into the fence, and it will be a throw in for Northwest. Bemis hustling down there to take the throw in. And he throws it in where there is no one, and it goes out of play again. He'll get another chance. Out it comes. Good play there by Shakhtar. He sends it all the way back to Johnny. Johnny sends it wide to Ramirez on the far side. Here come the Grizzlies back down the floor. Anderson. Can't get it to Ortiz. It goes out of play. It'll be a Throw in for Northwest as it was tipped out. That one's going to be coming right for us. But it's okay. I've got a beat on it. Told you. Another great save for yours truly. That's 3 tonight. Now, I know what you're saying over there, Aiden. You're saying, how does he do it? Grizzlies are subbing in players. That's the reason for the delay. And to be honest with you, I didn't see who came in. Urbano. Ooh, he lost it. Brett Anderson has it. Gives it back to Ramirez. Now up to DeRath. West High coming away with it now. Urbano has it picked off his foot again. Bemis back there. He goes back and wins it. Brings it out to midfield. Gets some help from Dominic Johnson. Johnson to Shakhtar. Johnson with it still. And it's going to go all the way across. And Ramirez clears it out of danger and back out toward midfield. DeRath. Nobody seems to want to make the play here. Ramirez sees it go over the goal line. Now, who touched it last? I think Ramirez did. Let's see what they call here. They are going to give it a corner kick to West. So Ramirez punches it over the goal line. West High will have the corner kick from the far side. No wind. In the air, short. Headed out there by Bemis is the one that headed it out. Fighting for it on the far side. Here come the Grizzlies. 2-on-4 at the moment. Now help begins to arrive. Andrew Smith wins it on the far side. He needs to center it. Dishes it off. There's a shot and a save by Perez. Pretty good shot and a pretty good save on the play by Mr. Perez. West High comes down 3-on-3. It'll be a throw in on the far side for the Pioneers. $13:30 to go in the contest. Grizzlies lead 7-1. That one goes wide over the goal line. It will be a goal kick. And we're going to take another break. We'll be back after this 10-second timeout. This is Grizzly Soccer.
This portion of Soccer on the Internet is brought to you by Credit Union of America, a full-service financial institution with offices conveniently located throughout Wichita, including their new branch at Central and Woodlawn.
Back underway. Ball at center. No one's really got possession. It's bouncing off everybody. West seems to be coming away with it at the moment. Now a foul called. It'll be a free kick for the Pioneers. That goes through everything and finally is corralled there by Johnny. And Hune will have a goalkeeper distribution. That goes out of play and it will stay with Northwest. We never did tell you, it's a pretty nice day here in Doodah. We think the 100-degree weather is done for the year. At least I sure hope it is. Current Wichita temperature is 75 degrees. There's one went off at Johnny out of bounds. Or to go off the side, went off the side of the net. 75 degrees in Wichita. My phone says does not say what the humidity is. But all in all, pretty nice day here. Shirt sleeve weather. We could have worn shorts today. I did not. Nor did Aiden, as we both came here straight from Northwest. West High with the ball at midfield. They scored in the first quarter. 3 minutes into the game. Haven't done anything since. Johnny gets a hand on a ball that was intended to be a centering pass. That's going to go out of play and be a corner kick for the Pioneers. Out to center it comes. Grizzlies are fighting with it. Playing like it's tied instead of playing with a big lead. We have a substitution coming in for each team. We also have a player down for West. And they stop the clock with 9:10 remaining. Trainer comes over from West. And this is going to take a moment. And since it's going to take a moment, we're going to take a moment. And they didn't take near as long as I expected. They took them off the short side of the field. So we'll keep it right here. All the way back to Perez, who will reset the offense for the Pioneers. That one comes out. Bemis sends it forward. DeRath has it, far side. I think that's Nuno that sent it forward. I'm not sure. Dominic Johnson chips one out of play. It'll be another throw in for the Pioneers. And another throw in coming for West. They're working the ball downfield here. Doing a good job of moving the ball around, I will say that. I'm sure that was a point of emphasis for Spencer Arndt with this year's team. Getting him to possess the ball and move it around amongst themselves. And for the most part, they've done a lot of that tonight. Free kick for Northwest. Out it comes. Andrew Smith with it. And that one comes all the way back to the back line of West. They'll bring it up again. Schachtor. Anderson with it. And Perez, a nice kick save that time. Ball goes out of play. It'll be a throw in for Northwest. They don't waste any time. Nuno on the far side. Sends it up to Urbano. West bringing it down 2-0. Now the Grizzlies fall back. This one goes over the goal line. It will be a corner kick for the Pioneers on the near side. A goal-scoring opportunity for West High. In the air it goes. In front and rejected there by DeRath. And finally cleared out there. Way past center. It's going to go all the way back to Perez. DeRath with it. Over to Johnson on the near side. Johnson back to Andrew Smith. Smith a shot and a save by Perez. 7-1, Grizzlies lead as we approach 4 minutes remaining here in the contest. I think the issue here is pretty much decided. Throw in comes in. West High controls it, brings it up the far side. Martinez with it. Pressure being put on by the Grizzlies. Nuno in that group, still fighting for it. That one's intercepted by Urbano. There's a shot over everything. That will be another goal kick. Anderson can't get to it. Comes back to Shock Tour. On the near side is Miles Bemis. Bemis to Johnson. Johnson. Back now to Brett Anderson. Anderson. This is a pretty good build up here going. And finally West comes away with it. Shock Tour gets a foot on it. And he won't be able to keep it in bounds. It'll be a throw in for West as we approach 2 minutes remaining. Grizzlies on the far side, trying to add to the lead. Dominic Johnson was calling for the ball because there wasn't anybody in his zip code. They didn't see him. That one chipped in. Nobody could get to it. And West brings it up the far side. That's Navarez with it. And he has it taken off of his foot. The crowd told you that one. It's a goal kick for the Pioneers. 30 seconds remaining in the game. Five seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. That'll do it. And there's the horn. We are final score here at West High in the varsity contest. Northwest 7 and West High 1. We're going to take a 4-minute timeout. We'll be back with the junior varsity contest, hopefully, in just a few minutes. They're putting 10 minutes on the clock in between games. We're going to take 4 of them and see if we can get some starters. So stay with us. We'll be back. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Soccer.
Friendly is finding a better rate, an instant debit card, scholarships and teacher grants for projects, loans specifically for teachers and healthcare professionals, being the #1 auto lender for a reason, more than $400,000 in community partnerships. Credit Union of America. Welcome to Friendly. Learn more at cuofamerica.com.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Campaign of this property and it's sold right to
Shall we book it?
Yes.
Yeah. I love it.
Hi friends, Phil Nightingale, General Manager at Mount Hamilton Ford. Have you been thinking about a new SUV? Right now is a great time to buy a new Ford at the big one of 119th and West Kellogg. EcoSport, Escape, Edge, Explorer, Expedition. Mount Hamilton Ford is sure to have the right vehicle to fit your size. And you know you can count on us with this great selection to find the right SUV at the best price to fit your budget. Check us out online or in person. Let us make your purchase easy with pickup and delivery right from your home or work. Mount Hamilton Ford, experience the difference.
What does it mean when people say America is a land of opportunity?
It means the power to discover,
to redefine yourself,
To improve yourself.
to challenge yourself,
To realize there's more in you
Than you ever knew.
that you could do.
It means giving people an open field to explore what they do best.
With the best tools,
The best training.
the best technology in the world.
we bring out the best in the people who serve.
So you can be all you can be.
Grizzly Soccer Online is supported by Todd Eflin Narrates. I'm the voice you hear on our sponsor announcements. My wife is an alum of Northwest, and this is my 6th season as your announcer. I was a longtime radio personality in Wichita, and now do full-time voice acting. You can use my voice for your business, like product or training videos, telephone systems, radio or TV spots, and audiobooks. Learn more online at toddeflin.com. That's TODDEFLIN.com.
We're back getting set for the JV contest. We have 5.5 minutes before kickoff. We'll give you the starters in 4.5. Stay with us. We'll be back. All right, folks, we're back and set to play the junior varsity contest. We're going to give you the, oh, thank you, Mr. Folds. He got me a drink. Oh, yeah, it would help to have ours. Thank you, sir. Okay, we're going to give you the starting lineups. We'll start with the home team wearing the maroon uniforms tonight. That'll be the Wichita West High Pioneers. Sophomore number 8, Luis Hidrago. Sophomore number 5, Roque Guerrero. Freshman number 15, Angel Hernandez. Sophomore number 6, Arturo Baruman. Freshman number 10, Sebastian Davis. Sophomore number 25, Rosendo Portillo. Freshman number 12, Giovanni Gonzalez. Sophomore number 1, Armando Ortiz. Freshman number 21, Anthony Narvaez Meta. Sophomore number 23, Gabriel George. And in goal, whoops, I forgot one. Elijah Brewer, number 19, is a sophomore. And in goal, Simon Van Ossel. Simon Van Ossel wears number 0. He's a senior. He's in goal for the Pioneers. For Northwest, Danny Avila is in goal for the Grizzlies. Other starters are number 5, Emerson Ernest. Number 6, Julian Garcia Fessler. Number 7, Memphis Estrada. Number 8, Jude Sizemore. Number 9, Christopher Correa Sandoval. 10, Zane Umeri. 11, David George. And number 23, Quincy Umpanchan. Coaches for the Grizzlies, Corey Roberts, Art Shook, handle the JV duties, and the head coach of the program is, of course, Mr. Austin Clifton. "75 degrees at kickoff. The sun is lowering itself into the skies. We'll be playing this second half pretty much in the dark. And if we run out of picture light before we run out of game, we're going to call it a night because we still got to pack all this up. And we got to pack it up in the dark. We're going to give you as much of this game as we can. We will see how this goes. Surely they're not playing 40-minute halves. They have put 40 minutes on the clock, and JV does not play 40 minutes in the City League. And evidently the clock operator doesn't know that. Grizzlies are in their white road uniforms, blue trunk, blue numerals. Maroon uniforms for the home team, West High, with white numerals and black trunks. Grizzlies will play from right to left here in the first half. And we're ready to do this one more time. God, I hope they don't play 40-minute halves. That can't be right. I'm going to ask. Hey, Troy, are we playing 40s? 30s. Got it. Thank you. And it is 30. They have just changed the clock. And once again, I've saved us 20 minutes of game time. We will wait for the opening kickoff here. Grizzlies will kick it off. Standing over the ball is Jude Sizemore. We're underway here in the first half of this JV contest, Northwest and West High. Grizzlies move the ball downfield very quickly. And nice play there by Estrada. Memphis still with it. Now he centers one. And it's taken away there by the Pioneers. Grizzlies again. Memphis, nice play. Oh, and they can't get the shot off. Sizemore did everything but shoot the ball. Julian Garcia Fessler tried to dribble it through three guys, couldn't do it. Here's Memphis again. And again, Julian can't get a shot off. Over on the near side, Zainu Mary gives it chase. It will be a throw in for Northwest. Head coach Austin Clifton is making his way to this side of the field. I may invite him to put on a headset. Austin? Well, he respectfully declined that gracious invitation. We'll congratulate him on the pregame show before Thursday's games against Southeast, which begin on air at 4:45 on Thursday. We'll be at Bobby Bribieska Family Stadium, entertaining the Buffs. And the Grizzlies, Varsity Grizzlies, have evened their City League record at 1 apiece and are now 3-4 overall. But again, a game they really needed. There's a foul, and it's going to be a free kick for Northwest. Emerson Ernest headed back there with it, placing it, and it will be David George taking the free kick from about the 3-yard line. Sends it up the middle. Fessler slips. And coming away with it is West High. Oh, nice move by Memphis. 2 of them. 2 spin moves, and he's still fighting for the ball. That one goes out of play. That should belong to, well, they're going to give it to West. Actually, that's probably the right decision. Emerson Ernest. There's one chipped over the goal line. That'll be a goal kick for Northwest. No score. 26-20 remaining. First half, JV contest. Daniel Avila is in goal. And he takes it very short, just gives it to George. And David sends it up the middle, and it's intercepted. Here comes West High with a chance. But no, Memphis Estrada, who's been Mr. World, all world here in the first 3 minutes, comes through again. Zainu Mary is tripped, and it'll be a free kick for Northwest. Emerson Ernest. And he could have asked for 10, and he would have gotten it, but he didn't elect to do so. Down the middle and then out off the side. That's going to get a throw-in going for the Pioneers. On the near side. Well, for some reason, we're going to need to ask this. My normal broadcast partner, Craig Kemrick, we assumed would not be available to broadcast because he would be playing in this game and warming up during the varsity game, but he's standing over here in street clothes. If I can get his attention, I'm going to bring him over here and ask him Bastos Los. See if he's injured or not. I had my microphone, my pregame equipment with me, I'd hook up my mic and walk over. There's a group of players over there. There's a shot, and it goes wide, and it will be a throw-in on the near side for West High. 6 minutes gone, first half, no score. Now Craig's walking in the other direction, so I'm not going to be able to get his attention. It is a question I will ask him before our broadcast on Thursday. Memphis trying to drive it in for a shot, couldn't get the shot off. Pioneers come back. Still with it are the Pioneers. And there's a nice play by David George to take that one away. And Quincy on the far side can't control it and gives it up to the Pioneers. Now down the middle, David George is not able to get to it, but Christopher Correa Sandoval is. He's playing the middle on defense. And now Zane Umeri takes it for Northwest and sends it wide for Quincy, and it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for West. And the Grizzlies have a couple of players getting ready to sub in over there. Let's see who's standing in the neighborhood. Ken Pint, number 18, is ready to come in along with Johnny Hune, who of course played goal in the varsity game. Johnny can only play half of this game, as you can only play in 3 halves in one day. And Sandoval wins that one. Sends it up the line. Unfortunately, it rolls out, and it's too bad because Julian Garcia Fessler had a nothing but grass between him and the end zone. Pretty nice day here in Wichita. .74 degrees, the game time temperature here. You know, it's been less than a week ago we were in the upper 90s, and 10 days ago we were over 100. So this is very, very pleasant. And it's supposed to be like this on Thursday. I've got a beat on that one too. Another great save. Isaac Alvarez-Davalos picks it off, and we'll throw it in. Grizzlies make their subs. Do you know who 15 is? Not on my roster. I don't know, it might be Isaac. I can't remember. I'd say it was Isaac Featherston, but because he wears 15 for varsity. Here's Zane with a shot. A save. A foot save that time by goalkeeper Van Ossel. And he keeps it at 0. He gets the ball back. We'll have a goalkeeper distribution. You may see some traffic passing in the background, that being McLean Boulevard, I believe. Grizzlies going to throw it in. And that long one will go over for a goal kick for the Pioneers. And looking in the stands, both stands are full. This game's drawing well as well. It's good to see West High drawing so well. They've gone through some rather lean years support-wise, and it's good to see things picking up for their program. And a lot of the credit for that, I'm going to give credit where credit is due, is to their head coach, Spencer Arndt, former Grizzly. He's done some good things with this program early on. Emerson Ernest fighting for it over there. There's Yoon with it. Ernest again. And Grizzlies are losing this war. This is going to get kicked out of play. And it will be a goal kick for Northwest. And both teams will sub in some players here. Grizzlies will bring in Nolan Anderson, number 2. And Eli Cabral, number 12, also coming in for Northwest. There's a shot blocked by the defense. A break for Northwest. Ernest with it at the 25. Kicks it back to the 20 where Johnny Hune will send it forward now to midfield. And a break for the Grizzlies as West couldn't control it, and now the Grizzlies have something going, but not for long. That one is chipped forward. Grizzlies fighting for it. Oh, nice play by Ernest there. Splits 2 defenders, but can't get by the third one. And here comes West High back with it, but good aggressive offensive play here by Northwest. JV hoping to follow in the footsteps of the Varsity tonight and get a few goals on the scoreboard. Varsity won 7-1 if you're just joining us. And Memphis fighting hard in the corner. It goes out of play. That'll be a throw in. Oh, it stayed in. Excuse me. Up the middle, and here's a break now for West. A shot is deflected over the goal line. That will be it wasn't deflected. It'll be a goal kick for Northwest. Grizzlies sub in a couple players. Zane Umeri goes out along with Christopher Sandoval. And coming in, that'll be Matisse Saez and David George coming back in for Northwest. So there you have it. That one comes over here in front of us. Throw in from the Pioneers. We have a whistle. I don't know if they called a foul or what here. Troy Fowler is the referee on the near side. He called that. It is a free kick for West High. Portillo will take it. In the air it goes, and Danny Avila has it popped out of his hands. I think they're going to give it to him anyway. And it will be a free kick for Northwest. Sandoval sends it up to Ernest. Grizzlies fighting hard again. Sizemore up there with it. Anderson, now another whistle. This time they're going to call a foul, I think, on Sizemore. Yeah. West will have the free kick. Inside 13 to go, first half. And we're scoreless here at West. This one goes in, and Danny Avila will get it. And dish it out over here on the near side. That was kind of dangerous. Up the middle, Memphis Estrada with it. Memphis sends one out, and we have a offside. He was only offside by 3 yards, but it'll be a free kick for the Pioneers. Grizzlies intercept that one, but can't control it. Now they get it on the far side, and they come up 4-on-4. Jude Sizemore goes down. And coming up to get it, nice play by Emerson Ernest. Split 2 defenders and took the ball away from both of them. Sizemore gets it forward, where it's intercepted by one of the fullbacks for West. Ernest pokes one forward. Sizemore back to Ernest. Ernest sends it across. David George comes up. He's got it. He's dribbling it up inside the 30. Taken away there by West, but intercepted. And the Grizzlies have something going. Saez with it. Ernest is tripped there. That'll be a free kick for Northwest as we approach 10 minutes remaining here in the first half of play, and no score. Long one all the way in and corralled there. Pretty nice play there by Van Ossel to come up with that one. He's made a couple of good plays in goal so far in this contest. David George heads one that's going to go out of play. Both teams making substitutions here. comes the throw in. Nice tackle to tackle it out of danger. West throws it in. Now they're dribbling it in, and now we have a whistle, and we have an offside. And a free kick coming for Northwest. That one went through the wickets of Nolan Anderson, and it'll be a throw in for West. Memphis comes in to take that away. Very aggressive play by Estrada tonight. Anderson fighting to get there. He does. And nice pass. And here's a chance for Memphis. They call the advantage. There's a shot. It goes over everything, and it will be another goal kick. Best chance at a scoring play for Northwest in this game. And it's still going to stay zeros on the scoreboard. Goal kick coming. West High working it up. Now David George comes through the pack, literally. And a give and go back to David. He still got it. Now it's taken away and sent back to center, but a pretty nice offensive thrust that time by David George. Well, the Grizzlies wanted an offside. I don't know if they got it or not, but evidently they did. Yep, they did. On the move is Northwest. Evidently the ball went out of play. Anderson intercepts the pass. There's a trip in the penalty area. Let's see if they are calling it. That will stop the clock. A penalty kick is coming for Northwest. Let's see who's going to take this. Going to be Julian Garcia Fessler taking it. Apparently. Here's the shot and a score. And the Grizzlies draw first blood. It's 1-0. On the penalty kick by Julian Garcia Fessler with 5:33 remaining here in the first half. West High is making some substitutions before we resume play with a kickoff. And we're back underway. So the trip in the penalty area, very costly for the Pioneers. Ball at midfield. Being worked down here by West High. They're still got possession of it. Now David George gets a foot on it, and he'll bring it up. Memphis goes down hard, no call. He gets right up, wins the ball. Grizzlies with it at the 30. Fessler, who just scored a moment ago, has it, sends it wide. There's a shot and a save by Van Ossel. Clock winding down, inside 4 minutes to go here in the first. I would expect halftime to only be 5 minutes. We'll see what they do. But that's what I'm guessing. Fighting forward on the far side is Davalos. Isaac can't win it. Memphis fighting again in the center of the field. And Anderson, nice poke away. Here come the Grizzlies back. Fessler sends one over there for Zane Umeri. Umeri again, now for Anderson. Nolan Anderson at the 15, he sends a shot in. Blocked by the defense. And that one goes into the sellout crowd, and actually I think that hit my car. Quick throw in from Northwest. 2:30 to go, first half. David George with it at the 30. Memphis again. He has been a man possessed in this game. Shot and a save by Van Ossel. Memphis went for the short corner and almost made it. Out to center. Grizzlies get it back. Memphis with it. Takes a pass and it's blocked. And coming away with it are the Pioneers. Out to center it goes. Nice play there by Oscar Morellis. Poking it forward. We have 1 minute remaining in the half. Here's a shot by Fessler. Ends up just wide. It'll be a corner kick for Northwest on the near side. Emerson Ernest down there to take the kick for the Grizzlies. Low and on the ground and rejected. Comes all the way down here. We're in front of us. Morellis will leave it. 10 seconds to go now. This will probably do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's halftime. And at the end of one half of play in the junior varsity contest, Northwest 1 and West High nothing. Back in 3 minutes. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Soccer.
Friendly is finding a better rate, an instant debit card, scholarships and teacher grants for projects, loans specifically for teachers and healthcare professionals, being the #1 auto lender for a reason, more than $400,000 in community partnerships, Credit Union of America. Welcome to Friendly. Learn more at cuofamerica.com.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
This property is sold right to
Shall we book it? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I love it.
Hi friends, Phil Nightingale, General Manager at Mount Hamilton Ford. Have you been thinking about a new SUV? Right now is a great time to buy a new Ford at the big one of 119th and West Kellogg. EcoSport, Escape, Edge, Explorer, Expedition. Mount Hamilton Ford is sure to have the right vehicle to fit your size. And you know you can count on us with this great selection to find the right SUV at the best price to fit your budget. Check us out online or in person. Let us make your purchase easy with pickup and delivery right from your home or work. Mount Hamilton Ford, experience the difference.
he's got two older brothers that were both baseball, and I played baseball in college. He was good at baseball. He just didn't have the patience. Too hyperactive.
Yeah. That was part of David's thing, too. We got about 5 minutes left in halftime, folks, and then we'll start the second half. So hang in there with us, relax, go get something to eat or drink, and we shall return. Long time. I did this in college. That's what I went to school for. But then when I graduated from college, the industry changed. They were in the midst of a bunch of change. And I wasn't able to make any money doing it. So I went into the business world. Right, it was the right thing to do at the time. I have no complaints about it, but I always loved media and had an interest in media. And when I was at Cape and Mount Carmel, I was at Cape and Mount Carmel for 10 years. And I started this program there, and they were the first ones to stay together. And then shortly after Cape started it, Heights started the programs that I helped them start it. And Valley Center got themselves a grant and got they went in full of bar. And they have a beautiful, beautiful setup.
Booth and everything.
They still have the best. So we have the best we can get with the limited resources available.
Yeah, I got you.
So could be a lot worse. So anyway, I started doing it at Cape in 09. Alan Shepard, the old soccer coach there, he and I used to visit before school over a cup of coffee in my office every morning. We came up with that idea, so we tried it with the girls' season in the spring that year. And it was audio only, because the school would not support it.
Right.
The administration said, no, we're not supporting that. Fine, I'm going to do it anyway. This is what I told them. I'm going to do it anyway. We'll support it now. I'll find a way to make it work. Because I believe it. We did audio that first spring, and Dave Charity, who was the soccer guru at Acacia in Topeka, called me one day. He told me that back then they were doing all-star games. They don't do them anymore. Like they have a 6A all-star game where players from all over the state would be selected to play in it. It's an exhibition. And Capon was the host for 5A that year. They played it up at Strike. And he said, would you be willing to broadcast the two games, one for boys, one for girls? Yeah, I'll do that. I'd love to do that. He said, can you do video too? Dave, no problem. I can do that. Yeah, we'll do it. I hung up and thought to myself, so how the hell am I going to do that? I had no idea how to do it or with what I was going to do it, but we made it work. Alan and I put it together, and we did video. The first video we did was up there as All-Star Game, and they were a big hit. So following fall, we did video of soccer, and that winter, I did wrestling, and that spring, I did girls soccer and some baseball when they didn't play on the same day. Oh, we gotta go to work. All righty, we're telling stories here. We're going to go back to work as they have just kicked off here in the second half. Northwest playing from left or right here in the second half. and playing with a 1-0 lead on a penalty kick goal by Julian Garcia Fessler. West High coming out quick and strong, and there to get it is Danny Avila. And Avila will have a distribution out to center. West High coming away with it. You might ask yourself, why isn't Kevin giving us the names of the players from West High? Well, there's two reasons. One, they didn't send me a roster, so I couldn't memorize the names. And when they gave me a roster in between games today, I got the roster for this game literally 3 minutes before we went back on air. Okay? My roster is neither alphabetical nor numerical. It is plain random, and Aiden Folds, our executive producer, will look at this and confirm that what I just said is correct, that this is not numerical, nor is it alphabetical. It's strictly random. And he's going, why, it sure is. So for me to find a player's number, I have to scan the whole roster every time. I don't have time to do that. So since we can't, I did get it for introduction purposes, and you may have noticed I didn't introduce them in numerical order. I introduced them in the order in which they're written on this sheet. So that's the reason why, and to be honest with you, they are literally in random order. There is no rhyme or reason to the order. So anyway, that's why. So occasionally I can find a name like Angel Hernandez is about to take this free kick here from the 25-yard line of Northwest. And the ball is in the air, down, and Avila loose in front. Ooh, that was close. Avila almost gave one up on a rebound, not a rebound, but he didn't catch the ball cleanly. And there was a West High player literally right there on top of him. Sun has retreated behind the building, so we have no more direct sunlight on the field. It will start to get darker now, and it will be pretty dark by the time this game is over. Sunset, I believe, is at 7:20, which is 10 minutes from now. So it'll be dark when the game ends. And what do we have here? Well, we got a player down. They have stopped the clock, which means I need to do the same. They stopped it at 26:45. And the player is still down, and it looks like he's got a cramp. We've seen a lot of that here these last 3 weeks. Players cramping up, especially ours. And they're little. One of the I don't know, I can't tell you who it is. I can't see his number. But he's being carried off the field by a teammate. And a nice round of applause from both grandstands for the player who is number, it's Luis Hidrago, number 8. He's on the sideline. We're ready to resume play. Come on, Troy, we're losing daylight. And now he signals to restart the clock, which is good. And we're back underway here. We're at West High. If you just joined us, we're at West High. This is the JV contest. Grizzlies lead 1-0. Varsity played first. Grizzly Varsity won 7-1. West High with a free kick at about the 15. In the air, and a nice job by Danny Avila to save it. Good job. And he gets a nice round of applause from the West High faithful as well. Here come the Grizzlies. That's David Avila, number 20 with it. David played some in the varsity contest. In fact, he played in each half of the varsity contest, which is why this is his first appearance of the night. Ball sent wide. Grizzlies bring it down the field. Now we have a player down. And he's grabbing his leg. That's Jude Sizemore. And he's up and he's hobbling forward, so I got a beat on that one. Now Jude Sizemore is making his way. Got another stoppage of play. He's making his way off the field. Just appears to be he cramped up. That one goes out of play. It'll belong to Northwest. At the conclusion of this game, they're gonna blow the final whistle, and we're gonna be off the air 30 seconds later, because we will have lost our light, and we got a lot of packing up to do in the dark. So there will be no post game of any kind tonight. There's a shot, and it goes wide left over the goal line. That'll be a goal kick, I believe. See how they play it. Yes, that is a goal kick for Northwest. Danny Avila will take it, and he sends it out here on the near side. It's intercepted. And there's a shot and a save and a score. Unassisted goal. To number 13, he is Kevin Pacheco. And his goal is scored with 23-27 remaining. In half number 2, it ties the game up at 1. Avila got both hands on it but couldn't stop it. It was a blast. And we are back underway. Tied at 1 with 23 and change remaining. Who's fighting for it over there? And the West High comes away with it. Down the far side. Grizzlies trying to get the goal back. David George makes a weak pass. Grizzlies do control it. Johnny Hune brings it up and sends it wide on the near side for Sandoval. Back to David George. Down the middle it comes. West High comes down 3-on-3. There's a long blast. And that goes over everything, and it'll be a goal kick for Northwest. And a break for the Grizzlies. Goal kick is taken, and out to center it comes. God dang it. Sorry about that, folks. I almost tore my head off. West High with it. Trying to take the lead for the first time in this game. Or in either game tonight. There's one. Danny Avila makes the save. Pardon me. And out it comes on the far side. Northwest being pressured heavily by West in this half, and it's showing. St. Mary sends it forward. West High has it. And West sends it back toward the Grizzly goal. Taken away there by Kenneth Pint. Still loose. Johnny Yoon. That one goes out of play. It'll be a throw in for the Pioneers, and they'll throw it in with less than 20 remaining in the contest. Tied at 1. There's a shot, score. Roque Guerrero gets the goal with 19:30 to go. And for the first time tonight in either game, Northwest is trailing. Back underway. West High back with it again. The high pressure by West appears to have been effective. As they've gotten 2 goals in the last 4 minutes. Grizzlies now trying to tie it up. Here's one on the near side. That's going to be chucked into the scorer's table. Nolan Anderson wins it and centers it to Matisse. Grizzlies will have a throw in on the far side, I believe. Pretty close to pay dirt, 10 yards away. David George comes up from his defensive spot to be the recipient of the throw in. And now the Grizzlies bring it down. Up the middle it comes. Here's a chance. Memphis tried to get the shot off, and now Memphis commits the pushing foul, and it will be a free kick for the Pioneers. Ken Pint sends it up to Memphis. Quincy over there trying to get it back. All the way back to Danny Avila. And he punts it out. Pretty nice boot by the youngster. Nolan Anderson comes up, but too late that the foul's called against Saez. And it will be a free kick for West. They don't waste any time. Nice chest trap that time by Quincy. Ball goes out of play, and it will belong to Northwest. You can see that the shadows have lengthened all the way across the field now. The only thing in the sun is the player bench. And the very, very far sideline is still in the sun. That's it. That one goes over the goal line. That'll be a corner kick for West on the far side. No wind at all, not a puff of air at the moment, so there's no advantage either way. Thursday night, we're on the air at 4:45 with the junior varsity pregame from Bobby Bribieska Family Stadium. We have a doubleheader with Southeast. That one goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for West High. Quickly taken. That one goes over the goal line, and that'll be a goal kick for Northwest. Grizzlies can't get it out of their own end. This is a problem. And this is caused by the pressure from West High. Pioneers with it. Grizzlies clear it out only for the moment. West High gets it right back. Here we go. There's a long shot, and Avila's there for the save. He dishes it off on the near side. That one goes over the goal line, and I think that'll be a corner kick. I am correct. West High will get it on the near side. Another dangerous situation for the Grizzlies. In the air it goes, and the header, it doesn't work. There's a follow-up kick. It'll go over the goal line. That will be a goal kick. And by the time they get this off, there'll be 13 minutes remaining in the game. 2-1, Grizzlies trail. not sure what we're waiting for, but we are waiting. There we go, in the air out to center, and it goes right to a red shirt. Grizzlies get it back, send it up, trying to get something going. Ernest can't get to it. Grizzlies want a foul, they didn't get it. Quick throw in for the Pioneers. Anderson again giving chase here, trying to block the passing lane. Putting on some pressure of his own. Good job by Anderson. Foul call, that'll be a free kick for Northwest. Northwest trying to get the equalizer. Up the middle. Davalos with it. Far side, that one goes wide, and that'll be a corner kick, I believe, for the Pioneers. Oh, they gave it to us. I thought we kicked it out. I'll take it. Goal kick is intercepted, but we can't have that. There's a shot off the post and cleared out. Thank you very much. That was not pretty. It will be a corner. Or is it a throw-in? No, it's a throw-in. That's right. 10 minutes to go in the game. There's a shot that goes over everything. That'll be a goal kick for Northwest. And the Grizzlies sub in a pair. Julian Garcia Fessler comes back in, number 6. And on the far side, I think that's Christopher Carrera. It is. Christopher Carrera Sandoval. West High with it again. Back at midfield, a little retreating going on by the Pioneers. Out it comes. A chance for Northwest. Nope, he overlet himself, and Van Ossel had an easy pickoff. This is trouble. And Avila was out of the penalty area, so all he could do was kick it out of play. It'll be a throw-in for West. Do it again. There's a shot and a save by Avila. It'll be a corner kick on the far side. A nice shot, too. Wow. Give credit where credit is due, folks. And they're going to take the corner kick on this side. Not that it matters. And that one is rejected. We'll do it all over again. And in the background, you can hear the flyover I promised you. There's another shot and another save. Oh, my goodness. Veal has made 2 good saves here in the last minute. He's kept his team in the game in this half, I'll say that much. There's a long one, and we're going to have an offside charged against West High. It'll be a free kick for Northwest. Now we've stopped time again for no reason. One of the players, Guerrero, was on the ground. They stopped play, and then he got up and walked off. So there was no reason to stop it, but they did. We'll let our clock catch up here. Grizzlies trying to get the equalizer here, down 2-1 with 5:40 to go in the second half. There's a shot and a save by Van Ossel. Now we got another player down. And we're going to stop the clock again. They are just determined to play this game in the dark. Although this time he's not getting up, so they're calling the trainer out. And as soon as they call the trainer out, he gets up. Now they're bringing the golf cart onto the field. Who is that? That would be, quick scan of all the oddball numbers, Giovanni Gonzalez is the one who just got into the back of the golf cart and is being whisked off the field. This will be a drop ball for the Grizzlies, and we're back underway. West High steals it, and here they come, 1-on-3. Big tackle by Sandoval. I guess it was too big. They're going to call him for the foul. Well, they're calling a penalty here. I don't understand that one, but they've stopped the clock again, and you can tell the Northwest fans are not happy with that call. Quite frankly, neither am I. I saw no penalty there. Looks like it's going to be taken by Contreras. Yep. And West High adds to the lead. So the Grizzlies find themselves down by 2 with less than 5 minutes to play. It's not looking good. Again, we're waiting for nothing. Let's move. Back underway. Grizzlies with it. Pardon me, David George has it. He'll bring it down the floor, and it goes out of play. And it will be a throw in for the Pioneers. Johnny Hune punches it forward. Coming back to get it is David Avila, excuse me. And now a whistle and a foul called. On the far side. Shadow setting in. The sun has set now, and it is starting to get dark. They'll get it in with only 3.5 to go. Grizzlies desperately trying to get something going. They've been able to generate any offense this half. And they kick one out of play. It'll be a throw in for West High on the far side. And the clock operator does not know the rule about substituting with less than 5 minutes to go in the game when you lead. The clock runs and West High is subbing. That one goes out of play. We'll do it all over again. West High to throw it. They do. It's headed away by Memphis and eventually finds its way back to Danny Avila. He punts it out here and right in front of us at the midfield. Fessler guilty of the foul, and it will be a free kick for West. Memphis, who's fought all night. Now they got another. Now we've got a card called against Memphis. This has just gotten out of hand, folks. Memphis will take a seat. This has been the longest 30-minute half of my life. Well, let's do this part while we're waiting for the referee to tell everybody what's going on. We'll be back with you on Thursday. Hope you'll join us. Southeast will come in to Bobby Brivieska Family Stadium. We're on the air at 4:45 on Thursday afternoon with the JV contest, and then the varsity will immediately follow. So we hope you will join us on Thursday. Football plays at Stryker on Friday night. They'll take on Cape and Mount Carmel. That is a game we will not broadcast. The facilities at Stryker are not such that we can really do a game from there. That one goes over the goal line with 90 seconds to go. I guess I had to start the clock. Be a goal kick for Northwest. Grizzlies are going to fall in the JV contest. 3-1. Unless something happens in the next 1 minute and 10 seconds. And Avila picks it off. He pumps it into the air over here to Julian. Goes out of play, and it will belong to the Pioneers. 45 seconds to go now in the contest. That one is launched onto the parking lot. It'll be a freak. It'll be a throw-in, I believe, for West High. And with 20 seconds to go, the issue has been rendered academic. And we're final. Finally, we're final here at West High. Final score tonight in the JV contest, West High 3 and Northwest 1. The Grizzlies varsity wins 7-1, so they get the split. We'll see you on Thursday at 4:45. Thanks for joining us. Thanks to Aiden Folds, our executive producer, for an outstanding job tonight. We'll see all you good people on Thursday. Until then, have a pleasant evening.